Fuzzy dice? Check. Whack-a-con bobblehead doll? Check. Diesel incense? Check. Cool. Look at me. I'm a taxi cab driver.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another fantastic Tuesday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Askren, and this music is very loud, so I'm turning it down just a little bit. We are here with another Fuzzy Dice, the Dungeon Master Show, and as you can see, I am not alone, because I have, to this side of me, two illustrious gentlemen. Now I have one. But, oh shit, the smoke machine! And it looks like everything is going wrong. Oh god, someone...
What is happening?
The show is coming apart, I've lost all control! This is not the worst. You started the smoke and you don't even know. I had a show where someone's fire alarm legit went off during the show, the interview. And we thought his house was gonna burn down.
Always have a smoke machine handy in your office.
Always. That's a great office tool. Anyway, you guys can see I have these lovely gentlemen here in an office that is on fire. I have got Stephen and Nate from Dwarven Forge. How are you guys doing, my friends?
We're doing okay.
We're doing awesome.
We're doing better than okay.
We're in the middle of a Kickstarter.
We're rocking and rolling.
Oh my god.
We're rolling crits.
Rocking.
Rolling 20s all day.
Rolling 20s.
Rolling.
Rock and roll. Yeah.
Just if you guys don't know, they have props for everything. So this is gonna be a prop comedy show.
Oh. Wait. We didn't know.
At least we don't have puppets. We don't have puppets. Do we have puppets?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We did have puppets.
We should have done this upstairs, so we would have had more props.
Alright.
Oh lord. So why don't you tell? Let me turn down this theme song while you guys tell us a little bit about yourself. Like who you guys? What do you guys get up to? How did we get here to this point in time?
Gamers. We're gamers, right? We're gamers.
Terrainers.
Gamers who became terrainers.
It all started 20 years ago when a young lad named Stefan Pokorny, an orphan lost on foreign shores, found his way.
This needs more epic music than I have on right now.
Yeah.
Stefan started this crazy company 20 years ago.
96.
Just 21 years ago.
96.
We're not good at math.
It started out very slowly. You know, living at home and just playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I started making things out of cardboard, just so I could play D&D.
Dungeons, not just things.
Dungeons,
Beautiful
yeah.
dungeons.
Three-dimensional dungeons out of cardboard, and then that didn't seem to be good enough. And I was buying all these. I was a big fan of the miniatures.
Wait, but the cardboard you were working in, it wasn't like just like a plain old wall. It was like fully 3D, multi-layered, moving door. Like these were
out of cardboard, really?
The culmination. I did it for a while, so the culmination ended up in a multi-leveled castle with stairs and secret doors and things. And
it was out of control.
That was kind of it was but it's delicate. Yeah. Definitely not Dwarvenite. Yeah.
Do you know the those white placard boards that you use for like Warhammer terrain and stuff? Plasticard.
Yeah, it's like dry erasable, like.
Sort of, yeah. It's, you buy it in like sheets at the hobby store. I remember I made a ship for my Warhammer figures out of it. It was so flimsy. As soon as I took it to play, the whole thing collapsed.
One hit.
Yeah. No, we've gone past. We've gone beyond that, and so little by little, we made we got a little booth and made some prototype. I first was a sculptor.
Mm-hmm.
First was a painter, then a sculptor, and then I worked for a company that made little models, like little tchotchkes and things like.
Collectible
things, little
cottages and nonsense.
Houses and Santa Claus baseball stadiums, lighthouses, things like that. And I was painting them on my spare time, being an artist, but making money doing that. And then the idea came to me. I thought, well, I love Dungeons and Dragons. I paint these lighthouses. Why don't I make dungeons instead of lighthouses? And so I found my partner and business guy, where I was an artist, he's a business guy, and he knew how to get things manufactured in the Far East. So I said, hey, I got these ideas. You got the connections. Let's put them together, and then we can make dungeons. He's like, I have no idea what that is. I said, don't worry, I know what it is. So you just trust me, and we'll do it. And 21 years later, we're still partners, and we're still doing this.
The entire story is chronicled. If you've got 87 minutes free, and you have Netflix, you can.
There is a film. Oh wow! Can you see that?
We have a proof for that. There's a film called The Dwarvenaut.
Oh my God!
Available on Netflix, iTunes, Amazon. You can buy it if you'd like. It would be great if you want to buy it.
Mostly for that excellent picture of Stefan in the sunglasses and the chainmail.
Yeah, that's right. You've seen it. You've seen that picture.
I used it in my promo. I couldn't not.
That was at the premiere. We wore the yes. We got So that's when I came. I was still living with my mother, not to reinforce the stereotypes. I was not in the basement. No, we had a basement. I was not in the basement, but I was living at home, and it was Manhattan, and it was a fairly big house. But I was living there, puttering away, and then eventually growing bigger, and then I had them in. I was an artist with a studio, so I shipped a 20-foot container to my studio, and UPS would come every day and would ship stuff out of my studio. And sometimes recruit some friends. It was a big order. Feed them beer, and ship the stuff every day. UPS every day. UPS. Open up boxes, check the pieces. There was even one time when the pieces weren't right, so I had to open every single box, and I actually had sculpture tools. I would chip away at some of the corners that weren't right, and then repaint them, and wrap them in plastic, put them back in the box. There's a shipment that actually resculpted every corner. I don't know if anyone knows that. But the beginning was very, labor intensive, and we would spray the boxes and put our Dwarven Forge stickers on the box, and so we were getting high with all the stain, and it was craziness. But so little by little, there was a lot of from '96. There was a lot of learning from the ground up. Now we have an operation that's like, whoa.
Industrial, man.
Here, and Nina and all the people here, these are real professionals. Not like the crazy people that,
We're enthusiasts.
So,
now we've refined the game.
Has anyone been like, man,
dollar dream,
Has anyone been like, man, you sold out? I remember when you were making cardboard.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's when I remember you when you used to do resin, man. What is this dwarvenite? What is that? You sell out. Dude.
Well,
there's a call for more resin. People do.
I still love resin.
Oh, it's magic.
And I still love cardboard. But I don't think anyone wants cardboard.
Not a premium product.
I was just talking about cardboard. But anyway, that's totally tough.
Anyway, we kind of glossed over the intro stuff. Normally, when we start off the show, I do a whole bunch of announcements, and I actually do have quite a few things just to get quickly out of the way. For those of you guys who are here for the first time, welcome. If this is your first Fuzzy Dice, I hope you enjoy the show. I hope you come back for more. First and foremost on the announcement list, I had an amazing mini painting stream yesterday, and I think we're renaming Mondays from Creative Mondays to Mini Painting Mondays if we can continue to work well. Because man, I have not painted minis in years, and it was just too much fun getting back into it.
So much fun.
It is. I really loved it. And it was like
your hands. Using your hands.
I don't have the whole thing, but I have this Nether Mall. This isn't the whole figure, but from Reaper Mini that I bought when I got a whole bunch of stuff for our last giveaway, and I couldn't wait to get my paintbrush on it. So
you painted it white.
No,
yes, it's the stealth version.
snow nether.
Great job on that.
Yes, great. No, it took the whole stream to get that coat of white, but I'm really proud of it.
That's the Hoth creature. The ice planet.
Nether.
For those of you guys who don't know, we have a giveaway that's going on this month. We've been doing it all month. Dice Thulu has the link for you right there. You can click that link. We are currently giving away an awesome black walnut custom engraved Sentinel deck box. It's got a custom engraving under the lid that says "Embrace the Madness," as we do here on the channel. And also, it comes with a really cool rolling tray, and I'll be throwing in a custom-painted Reaper Mini that we got along with our package. That is going to be going on till like the first week in July. Obviously, more prizes being added for when we hit our next retweet goal. So if you have not already, if you're already following on Twitter and Twitch, you've already got entries, so you might as well go claim them and get your chance to win that awesome Wormwood stuff. Last but not least... I think the sale just ended, but they may have extended it. If you go !merch, you can check out our store where you can buy an amazing Dice Thulu t-shirt with art by my awesome friend Din Money. It's got the Dice Thulu eating the dice, and he's looking really mean, and it's one of the coolest shirts I own. So definitely get yourself one if you have not already. The link is right there in chat. I think that's all the major announcements. I have some stuff we're going to talk about at the end of the show, but I think that's all the stuff we're going to talk about at the beginning. So we kind of heard the story a little bit about. Oh, sorry. Last little thing. If you guys don't know, the way the show works, usually the first kind of hour or so, we're just going to be talking, we're going to be hanging out, we're going to be shooting the breeze and exploring the life and times of these two men right over here. And yeah, they're right behind you. Just, if you guys could just shuffle off screen so they could come in. And then obviously the second half of the show, so about around 9 o'clock, we're going to be taking live questions and topics from you guys in chat. So if you want to ask them anything, if you want to talk about D&D stuff, or just ask us anything you want, just save your questions and we will try and get to every single one of them. So that's actually, I guess that's an interesting place to start. Where did you guys kind of start as gamers? Like, where did you kind of get your start in the hobby? What was your sort of entry point? Were you like old school D&D from way back, or did you kind of ease into it from a different way?
You want to start?
Oh,
I can start.
You
tell me.
You,
all right.
You start.
So I had a really cool cousin who discovered D&D he picked it up in the late 70s, so like 79 or something, and then was going off to college and gave me all of his AD&D books. And he had everything.
Wow,
he had, like,
the treasure hoard.
Oh, it was a hoard beyond belief. Right? He had the Fiend
That was like a bomb drop.
It was out of control.
Man. Wow.
Oh man!
I was 7 or 8, and he handed me this giant stack of first edition AD&D books.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah, Johnny Mason, and
Johnny Mason.
It blew my mind. I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. I never want to leave these books.
Shout out to Johnny the Mason. Johnny the Mason. Thank you, Johnny.
And so then I just started playing. Also, I was, the only person I had to play with was my brother, who was 2 years younger. He was like 6, and he's a sharp cookie.
Fodder.
Well, he's a theoretical physicist now. He's like, he's no joke.
Wow. He was raised on D&D.
But AD&D was a little tough at 6. So we got a copy of the Red Box Basic set, and started playing basic D&D for a while, and sort of played in and out. And then I played everything from GURPS and Car Wars to BattleTech to I don't know, Heroes Unlimited and TMNT. Also, every sort of tabletop game. But when I was 14, Dragon Magazine ran this article about live action role playing, which I was
man.
this 1999, November of 99, or the article was on August of 99, right? So it was about this thing called Nero, the New England role playing organization, and I read this article and I was like, this can't be real. This is, but wait, all these people get in the woods and like you get to play D&D, but wear like costumes and hit each other. I was like, this is
swords in the woods.
So I showed it to a couple of my friends who were like, whoa, this is amazing. How can we ever get there? It's in Massachusetts.
Wait.
We were 14.
Let me get straight. They did not say to you, Nate, you've lost your mind.
No,
they said, let's go.
We get to run around the
woods.
Oh yeah.
Onward.
Oh yeah. So they were like, and one of my buddies, Russ Hudson, he had that dad that was, you always have a friend that has like the bad dad. He had like the bad dad, right? There was the guy that tried to show us how to make gunpowder, and like the guy.
Okay, I thought you meant like he was bad, like the kind you don't want to be around.
No, he was just like irresponsible. He
okay.
missed because of pit bull and rip. He was like,
it'll be okay, kids.
He was
Pet
he was
the
awesome.
tiger.
He would pet the tiger. He was that guy. So we talked him into driving us up to Massachusetts because he was a big fisherman, and there were like these fishing holes nearby. And he's like, oh, I'll fish all weekend. I'll drop the kids off. I'll come back like 48 hours later. Hopefully they're not dead. Like, no big deal, whatever. So so we all piled into his van and drove there. And we were completely unprepared. Like I had my costume consisted. I took my mom's black prom dress and cut it up and turned it into a cloak. And my buddy Dave Eibel was really smart.
No one had to know. No one knew.
He took a Naugahyde suitcase and cut it up and made it into like leather armor, sort of.
Suitcase armor.
I love it.
Like suitcase armor.
We were the nuts. Yes. But nonetheless, we showed up and there were 500 people in the woods with like real chainmail and all this. It was like craziness. And they were all like grown-ups. We were like 14. I can't believe they let 14-year-olds play. But anyway, it was a life-changing moment for me.
Like,
you know what?
I've been steadily LARPing since then. That was what, 99? Yeah. No, 89. 1989.
It's irresponsible things like this that lead to companies like this.
And then, I haven't played in the last 2 years because I had a second kid and it slowed things down a little bit, but I'll get back in it. So I've been tabletopping more these days, which I love.
But be able to take your child with you into the woods.
Oh, no, yeah. He needs to, well, they've changed all the rules now. You can't play until you're 18 these days because the insurance
really?
On there. What? Yeah, they're like, wait a second, you've got like hundreds of people out in the woods hitting each other in the head with swords. This can't be safe.
No, because just think about what would happen if you had one of those like those baby things, like the baby on your chest.
Yeah, the Bjorn.
No one would touch you.
It'd be a liability. The baby would die.
Haven't they heard of fake driver's license?
Yeah.
When I was young, we all had fake driver's licenses. We were going into bars at 14. You can go to the woods with your fake driver's license and show the ranger. I am old enough for this. Here's my spear and my driver license.
You could try it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would take.
You need a little irresponsibility.
I would pretend my son was older than
you. Need a bad dad.
He's like.
Are we on the air?
Yeah.
Guys, we don't condone taking your children out into the woods and hitting them with sticks, but by the way,
arrows.
Now I play a lot of 5th edition is my go-to. I love it, like everything about it. And I just actually got a bunch of people. I cut TV commercials during the day, and I got a bunch of people at work to start playing, and they it blew their minds. But I was watching grown-ups, like 40-year-olds, like sit down and play D&D for the first time, and they were like, they couldn't believe, like,
oh man.
Yeah. Fifth edition is strange, and that brings up an interesting point that you say. You see older people getting into D&D in a way that they always seem to be really reticent to in the past because. I don't think 5th edition is more mature as a game. Like it's still the same game essentially. I think people are more freely sharing the hobby, which it's spread so much more than it ever has in the past, which is so interesting to see. Also, by the way, 2 comments. That story sounded a lot like the plot, minus the community service aspect, the plot of that one movie, which I don't remember the name of.
Where they,
Role Models. That's the one. Yeah. The movie, the LARPing movie where the kids are,
Yeah, pretty sure.
Conan
Braveheart.
the Barbarian?
that's the one where he made the suitcase, the armor out of a suitcase. I remember that Conan sequel.
It's Sunshine.
No, it was Role Models, and also I wanted to ask, are there LARPs here in New York? Because I don't know of any.
Funny enough, in the back in the olden days, in the was this the 90s? Yeah, late 90s. Nero actually had in Brooklyn. They had a warehouse in Brooklyn, and they would set up modules every weekend, and you could go in, and for like $15, they would run the same module as like a 2-hour slot, and they'd have like 8 slots a day, Saturday and Sunday, or whatever, 6 slots a day. And you'd go and you could do a new module every 2 weekends. There was like it would go for 2 weekends, and it was unbelievable. You would go into a warehouse, and it was all decorated, and there was fog, and it was it was awesome. But no, nothing in Manhattan or any of the 5 boroughs currently that I know of. Everything tends to be out in Jersey or Connecticut or upstate, where you need to have a campsite with woods.
Yeah.
To do it right. It's harder.
We beat ourselves with real bats.
We do.
Self-flagellation. Growing up in Manhattan, we would just punch each other with our fists and bats and chains and.
Yeah, I remember that.
Real hit points.
that made I went to school in Midtown, and it was tough getting to classes when everyone was carrying a bat. It was just it's like, come on guys, I gotta get to class.
Did you grow up in the city?
No, I grew up in Long Island. I went to school at SVA.
All right.
The School of Visual Arts.
Yeah, that's the one.
Very good school. That was. I visited there when I was younger. And there was one teacher, I forgot his name, but I remember he was famous for his little drawings that would get into, like, I don't know, Playboy magazine and things like that. And he had these little ink drawings of people getting their heads splashed out, like blown out.
Okay.
He was a little kid, and he was like, "You probably want to know how I do this." And then he showed me how he would use the ink and splash the ink to show his brains getting blown out. And this was one of the teachers there. Marshall, I think, was one of his names. Marshall? Does it ring a bell?
I wouldn't know. That sounds like way after my time, but that does sound like 90s comic book art. I
think the pen, he was like, bing, 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 and it was making the pen was splashing the ink. And he's like, that's how I do it.
That's some high-level technique.
He was teaching me a technique.
Yeah.
Brains blowing out technique. And I was like, this is the coolest school.
I went there, ironically, because they had
I want to go to this school.
I went there because I wanted to do comic books when I was a kid, and they had a degree in illustration specifically focusing on that. And by the time I got out, it's like, no, don't do that.
Irisman, I think his name was Marshall Irisman. Anyway.
Oh my god. Thank you, by the way, Skicky and Yellow Bench and Paul Stone and Randomer Commoner and Mookin Shipai for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
They're watching.
Yeah.
They're watching.
What's up, Mugen?
Out there in the cyber
world. The internet web. Yeah.
You guys, if you want, you could totally go and chat and troll our viewers. I mean, I'm not stopping you.
We're drunk already.
We like troll stuff. Especially
I clocked out.
So, you guys are now. We were gonna. What's up?
What do you play?
What do I play? I play a lot of games right now. Right now I run a 5th edition campaign on this channel. That's on Wednesdays. Then we play a game which you may or may not have heard of called Open Legend, which is a system that my friend made, which is a really interesting sort of classless exploding dice system. Oh my god, the crater. The crater is taking over.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's all right. It's ambiance.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Open Legend.
Yeah, and then actually on Sundays we're going to be starting to play some Mouse Guard, which is a really really cool system based on it's a burning wheel system based on the Redwall comics.
Burning wheel. This is a cool system that Peter Atkinson likes to play, Burning Wheel.
Yeah.
He used to run that. Luke Crane.
Yeah, Luke Crane is the creator.
Yes, Luke Crane, friend of mine, created the Burning Wheel, and Peter likes to play that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really interesting system. The last time I played for the first time recently, and we there was no fighting, but we spent about an hour and a half resolving like a trade negotiation, and it was just as intense as any fight.
Well, you have to get it right. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta,
It's basically like a card game. Like you try and kind of counter the opponent's cards with your own.
Later in real life,
You could be
this is an
stockbroker.
example of gaming helping you in real life.
If you need to
You'll
barter
like
for a
seal that
horse.
$20 million deal later in life, and they'll be like amazed. They'll be like, how did you do it?
Attack
Like,
card.
I played Burning
Fate
Wheel.
maneuver card. That's
That Burning Wheel experience. I
Didn't
knew
see it
exactly what I was
coming,
doing.
Burning wheels that down to the ground.
That's
dude.
right. You got the edge. That's how you get the edge.
I don't think so, because we ended up losing the negotiation. We got a worse deal than we came there for.
So don't broker any $20 million
It's still
deal.
No.
experience points. You still get experience points for it.
Yeah. Yes. You still get experience when you run away from an encounter.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I can't wait to get the hard copy. Open Legend actually just did a Kickstarter recently for they were a free system online for they did a Kickstarter for their setting guide and hard copies of their rulebook, and I bought one, and mine is specifically signed by my friend Brian, who created the system, and Matt Mercer, who helped write for the system. So
Matt, sir.
Yes.
This guy, he's the rock star.
he is, and a friend, I think a friend of both of ours.
Guy's
I
dynamite.
met him at Gen Con. Very nice guy.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with him this year.
One day I will play at his table.
Yeah.
You and me
One
both,
day.
man. If you do, call me, because I will be there in a heartbeat.
That's a game right there. Three of us. and Matt.
Zaltar, the keeper of the catacombs. Will
Is that who you're
cast
playing?
spells on Matt.
And who will resist?
You
No, I'm
want
good.
to invite me? You want to invite me, Matt Mercer?
Yeah, Matt. If you're listening to this, come down to New York so we can play some games together.
Yeah.
When's the next time? I haven't seen him. I've seen Ashley a couple times in the Complete Strategist, the Brooklyn Strategist.
Mm.
The Brooklyn Strategist.
Yeah.
You know,
I ran games there.
Oh yeah. It's a good store.
Brian.
They used to pay me $100 in cash.
cold hard cash singles
A
too.
night.
You're-
Yeah, here you go, man. Yeah, I used to run
Make it
games
rain.
there, and then the guy would come in at some point in the end, and he'd be like, "Hey, thanks." And he had a wad of bills, and he would just shove it in my hand. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Walk out. Like I thought it was like some kind of mafia guy. You know, there was my
Gamer.
cloak and chainmail, and it had like a table of like a group of 12-year-olds. And they would come in. Here you go, man. Here's your
Your
cash.
cash. Well done.
I think all game stores run like that.
I mean, like, stuff in my back pocket like nothing happened. You know, I'd be like, "All right, kids." You know, he's giving me the dough. You know.
Just don't let anyone see.
Yeah. Come on.
If a cop pulls you over, they find a roll of 20s. Like, what were you doing today? D&D.
Yeah.
Just keep it.
Felt like
Keep
one
a
of those.
D20 in your roll of 20.
You know, like
Oh.
in Rocky, the original Rocky, when they showed him like fighting these, or was that other movie they did? The early movie Stallone did, and he's fighting in these places with bruisers, and then in the end they just shove him some money,
Yeah.
like it's kind of felt like that,
I think a lot of game stores ran like that. The one by me paid a bunch of people, like a bunch of just people who gamed there. Like one guy they paid to do their internet, and another guy they paid to like run their their cash register. Just like a couple bucks at the end of the night, just off the books.
Well, it seemed a little shady, like
The pool of gamers tends to draw a bunch of pretty smart cookies. Like
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah.
but.
You know.
Well, I didn't mean to say anything negative about Brooklyn Shadow.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying it's
Over here now, that's-
it's just I've seen so many game stores run like that. It's
Good
just-
to me. They paid me. They're really good.
They
And
paid
they always brought people to play, and the parents, the kids loved it, and they were growing and growing. They were playing on that nice table, the Sultan.
Geek Chic.
They had a Geek Chic Sultan
Ooh.
table there.
And they went out of business, though.
I heard
Geek
they
Chic,
recently
yeah.
went under.
But luckily, Hammered Tables is there to pick up the slack.
They're there to pick up.
Oh, I thought you said I thought you were talking about the Brooklyn Strategist went out of business. I'm like, my friend works there. What?
Have a Geek Chic table there. They do. Unless they sold it off. I don't know. I haven't been there in a long time. But they're expanded. They have a garden there. But there's also the New York Strategist, right?
Mm-hmm.
The complete strategist.
The complete strategist. Yeah.
That's original. That's the one that when I was a kid used to go to.
Spot.
That was the only place to go in New York, and they had like 3 locations. Danny at the complete strategist, and he used to. At the beginning, when we had Dwarven Forge in retail, and he used to,
stock it in there.
yeah, he would get tens of thousands of dollars of Dwarven Forge in there. I always thank him for giving me the first, when I went to him as a little kid, and was like, hey, man. Okay, I wasn't a kid. I was in my 30s, I guess. I was a child. And like, here's my pieces, Danny. Could I put this in your glass case, maybe, and you could stock a few of my sets on your shelves, Danny? I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta take, we don't have much space. But here, I tell you what. I'll stock a couple for you. Okay? How about that? Okay. when I sell them, I'll ask for some more. Okay, Stefano. I was like, oh, thank you, Danny. Thank you. And so that was
like a
my
radio
first
drama.
Yeah, really.
store. And Danny believed me. And so
A lot of people believe in
Stefan. My enthusiasm won him over, and he's put the thing in the case. And
Here we
for
are.
a while we had a good thing going there. Until
Retail.
until it faded out.
Whoa.
Never mind.
Motorcycle gang.
There's lots of motorcycle gangs in the area, and they go whizzing by.
Just stay inside. Just stay indoors where it's safe.
Brooklyn.
Oh, I love it. So you guys are. I mean, speaking of Kickstarter, you guys are on your 5th one right now, right?
Yes.
Ooh, KS5. The dungeon.
The best one.
Dude.
The Dungeon of Doom.
You guys, So I have some of your other stuff, but it looks like this one you guys are going all out with the traps and the different terrains and stuff like that.
Yeah, the balls are to the dungeon wall. Is that a thing?
I don't think that's sanitary. Don't do that.
No. Yeah, we tried really hard this year to try and give the backers, make stuff that everybody'd be excited about, that we'd be excited about, and sort of package it in a way that's maybe more exciting than we've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like people are responding really well. We have a very, very fanatical group of backers. There is a hardcore following. The Dwarven Army is strong, and the Dwarven Army is pleased to come around, which has been good for us. And we're cooking away. We're at 1.6 million, and we're cooking away. We still have another 2 weeks, and we have a bunch of surprises still lined up, and a lot of really cool. The traps are fun. We have a bunch of stuff we haven't even. There's lots of little secret things that we haven't shown people yet, and are you beatboxing?
Is
this a song? Oh wait, Stefan's gonna do his song.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
I'm a player, assassinator, role player, dungeon master, dice roller, Ayatollah of terrain. That's my domain. Explain old school AD&D from Mr. Gary G. All right, we're still perfecting it. Okay, whatever.
I smell a new career. I think this job is done. You have recording is your calling. Yeah. It's
besides rap songs, we're doing a Kickstarter, which we're pretty excited about. We've one of the neat things, we have these new burrows that are in there. These organic
kobold tunnels, man.
He didn't do that, did he? He didn't do it. Did he?
Nina's blushing.
Yes, I did.
We've got these cool organic earth burrows and all sorts of crazy traps and tricks and couple of cool miniatures and I don't know, a lot of really neat stuff. We're just trying to push the envelope and trying to.
Oh yeah.
The idea is, we love gaming. We want to make everybody's game table as fun as it can be. We want people to throw this stuff down, and suddenly it's, you create that wildly memorable experience that everybody enjoys. And here's a sculpt Stefan is working on right now.
This is going to be the opening of Spaceballs right here. It just keeps going. That's
the only problem is we still haven't found a way to make the stuff cheap enough for everybody in the world to get it. Like that's the big, it still remains the big weakness. So we wish every gamer in the world could have a big stack of this stuff to enhance their game table, and it's not realistic right now.
Yeah, it's it's the people definitely go nuts for it, mostly just because of how good it looks, like how cool it is to have in your hand. Like I still have some sitting around, and I don't even play physically anymore, right? But it's just so cool to have to be able to lay your dungeon out in front of your players and have them be able to see what's going on. But yeah, if you guys ever manage to figure out what Reaper did with their bone stuff, where they found a cheap resin that they could cast things in, and you could just run that stuff off, it would fly. You'd make trillions.
Trillions.
I don't think we can
what
make
are
it.
These trillions you speak of?
we quadrillions.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke.
What we really need is we need everyone to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, then
we
everybody
need
wins.
everyone.
The world will be a better
to
place.
Discover.
Can you imagine
the joys of RPGs?
Yeah,
that's what we need.
So
we need to secure. There could be world peace,
and they don't all have to play D&D. They could play just play a tabletop game with other people.
RPGs,
D&D, play a game
from Mr. Gary G.
They could LARP too. That counts in my mind.
Mr. Gary G.
Even just some board games. It's a gateway.
It's let's settle it on graph paper.
Instead of World War III, we'll just play Risk.
Yes.
Game of
no, wait, hold on. Have you ever played Risk? No one ends up friends at the end of Risk.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
That's if anyone knows how to play to begin with.
You wouldn't attack me. We were
allied. We had a.
We were part of
the alliance.
You broke the alliance.
It's just as bad.
Australia was mine. Mine.
Australia.
Mine, mate.
Did you ever go on Warfish? It was an online Risk site that had hundreds of fan-made boards and all these. You could modify the rules and whatever, and it was a digital version of Risk, and it would email you when it was your turn. We used to play it in my old office, and it got really ugly. People would there were just big fights about secret ships and alliances and defeats, and it was not pretty.
I never played it online, but my dad taught me how to play Risk with my brother a long time ago, and it was just us three and my nephew sitting around at a kitchen table, and my dad was ruthless when we played Risk. We were 9 or 10, and he just demolished us. Because
I bet you're good at Risk.
I don't think I've played it in many, many years, and I probably wouldn't remember much about how to play it if I did. I had the Lord of the Rings Risk, which was really cool, and I remember the coolest thing about it, I used to play with the little plastic miniatures more than I played the game, because they were little orcs and trolls and elves and stuff, and they were just so cool.
I got another verse.
Oh my god.
You gotta go.
I don't know how to beat that.
Yeah. There.
I don't know what's happening.
I can't do it with a straight face.
No sleep till we're knee deep in fighting. Backers galore leaves you wanting more.
Is this exclusive content, or have you put this out there for the public?
Not yet.
Gary G.
It's coming.
Oh, okay.
D&D for you and me.
We like to make amusing videos. I don't know if you've ever noticed. We like to make make fun things.
We gotta rap a little.
I love it. I am 100% on board.
Perform it.
You can tell we're a little buzzed.
Trust me.
I ran out of beer.
I'm no stranger to drinking rules when I play D&D, so it is perfectly understandable.
Nina, you said, are we losing backers?
Just the total going down.
Right now? Is it all over?
No, we've crashed through the whole. I gotta check.
Is it all over? They're like, oh my god, don't do it.
No,
Take the money out.
We're still
Take
in
the
business.
money
We're still
out.
in business.
We can't back these guys. They're lunatics.
It's going up. It's going up. They want you to rap, I think.
It's going
I'll
up.
just put it
I
full
don't think
screen.
I
Like
rap.
soda
Turns out.
pop.
It's going down. It's going down.
No,
It's plummeting as we watch real time.
It's been a long week here, 2 weeks, whatever. You gotta let
Months.
off some steam once in a while.
Well, a Kickstarter's intense. Have you ever run a Kickstarter?
I have not. No.
It's pretty. It's all encompassing because
Yeah.
it never ends.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions and there's a lot of ideas and there's a lot of clarity needed and there's a lot
of backer input.
there's a lot of backer input. We try and listen. You know,
satisfy everybody.
well, you'll never satisfy everybody.
You gotta
We've learned that.
satisfy them all.
You just have to satisfy
Leave
the ones
no
you agree
one
with. Well, but one of the amazing things about Kickstarter is it's kind of like having a real-time focus group of your most fanatical target demographic. And so you're getting real-time feedback. You release a new set or a new piece or a new thing, and you immediately get feedback and ideas and the like, and you can actually adjust on the fly. Sort of as you're going, you can adjust based on, you're free. It's like a rock show. You're reading the crowd and you're adjusting your set list based on how the crowd's reacting.
There's no censorship.
No, and you're you can go down in flames. You can like James
Go
Hetfield.
down.
You could step in.
Oh, that is an old school reference. See who gets that one.
Shot down in the lake.
Yeah.
Ain't it a
Old.
shame?
Oh, is
To be down in flames.
But it's a really you can't just sort of sit back and you don't hit launch and then sit back and the stuff goes. Like you have to really constantly be monitoring and adjusting and correcting your mistakes, and you don't know how fast it's going to go or where it's going to go, and it's a lot to kind of juggle. And we have our team has not slept very much because they've been scrambling trying to keep up with
just
all the.
For the record, viewers, that team is going to be working double time to correct this show. I said you said you have to correct the mistakes. I said that team's going to be working double time correcting this show.
Yeah.
It's all mistakes.
Nina's putting out fires right now on the social media.
Just
It,
distance.
We have very intelligent backers. They're like all
too
dungeon
smart.
masters. They're all dungeon masters. They're all the alpha males or alpha
Or
females.
females.
They're the
Females
alpha
for
ones
sure,
of
yeah.
their groups, and they're the ones, the creative ones, and they're like, oh, can you imagine thousands of them?
And
Thousands of DMs streaming at you with their creativity. Like,
if you have one
Listen to
chink in
this,
your
listen to
armor,
that.
they find it. And
you
they
better
just
you better be solid.
and they
because
get
they're
out
gonna
the
find.
spreadsheets.
They take out
and
their
things
rulers and their calculators and every last little chink in your armor is like,
So,
this millimeter is not the same, and you got to be prepared for everything.
tough analysis. It's very
yeah. Oh,
but the key is, the secret is, if you make it cool enough, it defeats all analysis.
It's
Right? Like, the cool factor
it defies
can be high
analysis.
enough, you can win by cool. That's the only.
We learn
Because the
a lot.
spreadsheet, you can never win the
get,
spreadsheet. We will always lose the
war.
spreadsheet. But we
Spreadsheet
can try and.
We know if something is amiss that they'll let us know.
Oh yeah, if there's an
no worry
inconsistency
there.
in the pricing
Yeah.
or there's a piece of anything,
That's right.
instantly, which is kind of amazing. Like they spot things you never even
They're
realized
like,
they were there, and like
They're
Yeah.
editors. They're
yeah,
like Kickstarter
it's like a
editors.
hive mind.
That's
That's like
that is like
it's
a big
hive mind that's
hive
shaping
mind.
this.
A
Yeah.
hive mind.
Yeah.
We're in it together, and I it's a great joy of mine
It really is.
logging on late at night and listening to everyone, all the banter.
It's hilarious.
All the banter.
Hilarious. Like
You recognize all these people.
yeah,
900-pound
physically.
Panther.
Oh, that guy's amazing.
And
Meg and GK.
Pigmentia and who were some others? We had Zach and
Zach Hagen, the anime sensei.
you know, anime sensei, and all these guys. You get to know all these people year after
William
year.
of the Basalt.
Sir William of the Basalt. We get to know our backers,
Mm-hmm.
and from the forums, from the Kickstarter, and they've gotten to know us, and they trust us, and
They really do. I mean,
we feel responsibility to make sure every year we come out with the coolest stuff we can come out with.
people.
And,
We had this year. We did our biggest pledge that's ever been done. Is this
They give us ideas.
$3,600 pledge? So it's almost a $4,000 dungeon, and we didn't reveal the last two rooms, which are like 20% of the whole thing. Like they're huge rooms.
Yeah.
200 people backed this thing sight unseen. Like that's like who has backers that believe that much?
I mean, at that point, it's a track record thing, right? Like
we're overwhelmed by it. It's really.
That's. I mean, like here's the thing is I saw the Dungeons Kickstarter and I'm like, if I had like $3,000 to spend, I would probably. I'd consider it. Like it's that or a new car, right? Right? Like
hit up some relatives.
Just.
Sell a kidney
for $200. You could get the classic. Or
we're in Brooklyn. There's loan sharks.
$219.
Loan sharks.
You get Zaltar's game room and classic dungeon set remastered, or $250, and or maybe the Fanatic shop for $300. You can get an epic setup for $300.
You can find a way. There's you gotta hustle a little, man.
But the hard part is the responsibility of you don't want to let all these backers down. Right?
Yeah.
We have all these people who believe in us and trust us and are really desperately want this stuff to be amazing.
I have dreams.
It's a big responsibility.
I have dreams almost every night. I have a dream that I am in the Kickstarter.
Like in it? Like physically inside?
I have dreams.
Like Tron.
It's Tron but green.
Backers were going down, and Lulu was freaking out, and I wake up like, oh my god! I actually have dreams. It's crazy.
I drift off to bed with compositions floating in my head. It's like, if we move this one into this set, how do we what's this next add-on?
So I'm.
Elf. He doesn't fully sleep.
It's a trance.
He's just trance for 4 hours.
Calculating the add-on, the next composition of the next add-on must. They need more mental together.
That's right.
So I'm really interested. You guys have the dungeons, the caverns, and all the trap stuff. Right now. Are you already planning your next set, or are you gonna just sort of chill for a while?
There's no chill.
You too. The next. We're still in the middle of this doom here.
We have 2 weeks to go.
Jesus Christ, man.
Well, I assume you have all the things that you're adding onto this one already planned out and done, right?
To look that far ahead, our brains would explode. Explode.
We don't know what's gonna happen next, but we will, because each one, you never know if each Kickstarter could be your last.
Yeah.
If this thing went down in flames, that would be it.
That's right.
There wouldn't be any more. So
they could turn on you in a second.
Yeah.
At any
it
moment,
could still turn. Right now, everybody can pull their stuff out.
You know what?
Still alive.
I'm not into it anymore.
Dungeon tiles are so last week. We're moving on to this new thing now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't have enough zombies in your dungeon.
Yeah. I backed that.
Yeah. I've backed both zombies. I love Zombicide. Yeah. Zombicide's awesome. Have you played Zombicide?
I think so.
You think so? You would know if you did.
Then I probably haven't.
It feels like you're in a zombie movie. They just keep coming more and more and more and faster. You can't kill them all. They're just the miniatures are just pouring onto the table, and it's just it's really it's a really fun game. They did it right.
And you could build something like that with Dwarvenite.
Yeah.
You could build a little 3-dimensional horde there to play in.
Yeah, some terrain for the zombies to chase you around in.
Absolutely. Are you guys? Did you already do? I don't remember. Do you guys do sci-fi tiles?
We did at some point. We still have them. We just couldn't fit into this. I have always had plans to do a Numenera.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yes. Monty is still
Monty's
waiting.
awesome.
Monty, yeah, he is. I love Monty.
He hates me at this point. I said many years ago. I said, "Oh man, I want to do this thing," and then we could never quite fit it in. And then we're always like, "When I do it, I don't want to do it badly. I
Yeah.
don't want to do it bad. I want to do it awesome."
110%.
And Numenera is so open-ended.
It is, yeah.
Creative, and you have to really put your mind to it. And I never was able to do a half-assed thing. We really had to put our heads
You're
together
full-assed
and
all
make
the time.
100% ass.
100% ass.
And
110% ass.
until we can put all our asses in it, we can do it. Make it right.
You know what they say though? Don't put all your asses in one basket.
And and he's a cool guy, and he's like, he wants to get paid for using. He wants to get paid in product.
It's the best
It's
way to get
organized.
paid.
It is really.
He's like, yeah, you'll be doing it, and I want 50 sets of whatever you do. The deal is still on, Monty. The deal is still on. Maybe he's going to be like, oh no, that was the old deal. We make a new deal. I don't know. But he's a cool guy. I feel very badly about it. One day, hopefully it's still on. We'll do it.
Yeah.
Cool. I was a backer of Numenera, and I think it's really cool.
I like Strange even better.
The Strange is good. Did you guys back Invisible Sun?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
That looks cool. I put in a pledge for that. We had him on the show to talk about that when they were doing their Kickstarter. It looks really, really cool.
When you get it, I'll be in your group if you want to run it. How about that?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Time to play the game.
How often we play? Once a month? Once a week?
Who knows?
We haven't played anything in a while.
No, we need a team after this Kickstarter. We have to have a celebratory game.
Yeah, we got to play.
I'll come down to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
run some
D&D.
Come on down.
Why not?
We're not very good, but
neither am I.
We can kill you with some of our new traps.
Yes, all of them.
Yes,
you can be the new Toby.
I don't get the reference.
Well, we have one of the guys on our team, Toby. He's the official trap tester of Valoria.
Oh.
And he dies multiple times every session.
He plays with reckless abandon.
He plays with his heart.
Yes. And
I love it.
Sure, you want to run over that pentagram?
Yes.
Why not?
All right, so
that reminds me of the.
Hey, you get sucked straight to hell.
9th layer, no less.
Yeah.
That reminds me of one time I ran the Tomb of Horrors, and there's the big mouth in the front, and one of my players saw it, and he's like, "Tunnel," and ran right through it.
Wow.
That sounds like Doom to me.
We could build the Tomb of Horrors.
Here's a funny story. The first exposure I had to Dwarven Forge a long time ago. This was before I was streaming. Before D&D on Twitch was really a thing, right? Like before 5th edition. This was actually back in 4th edition, I believe. And I found a podcast. I don't remember how I found it, but I found a podcast called The Dungeons Master, and they were running Tomb of Horrors, and it was an audio thing, but they were talking about how they were using Dwarven Forge to build the things on their time. They kept talking about like, oh, we need more bow ties. Call Dwarven Forge. Maybe they'll send us more bow ties.
Bow tie days.
Bow tie
days. Yeah.
And so that was my first exposure to the concept of like the 3D dungeon tiles.
I'm glad you found it through a podcast.
I'd never heard about it before. It was how I first heard about it. It was a thing.
Oh.
So, I guess we're kind of bouncing. We got a bunch of people hanging out in chat here. Do you guys want to jump over to some Q&A to talk to the viewers? Get some.
Let's show them the video first.
Let me jump over to that. Before I jump over to the video, do you want to tell us what we're about to watch?
In a world of dwarves and men. It's a video. No,
it's A+. You got it.
We made
It's a brilliant, video.
I wanted to make a commercial for this.
Yeah.
I make commercials for money. And so I wanted to put those skills to use for good.
He has a real job.
And so I wanted to make a commercial for Dwarven Forge and have fun with it. So we made a live action commercial for this Kickstarter. And we can talk more about it after.
Real Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fun.
We had this guy, the
But it's just
actor.
first, then we'll talk about it.
He had his own dressing room. It was awesome.
I was in the studio.
There was tracks with the camera was on like a mine cart.
Are we gonna get the director's commentary?
It was not. There was a chair to sit in, like
Director's chair.
I came in and they said, "Here, and sit on this chair," and I felt like I was like Scorsese.
Yeah.
I felt like
That was
nothing. I did nothing.
That was Scorsese's
That
chair.
was like
Rub it
the
in for you.
producer's chair or something, And their smoke was everywhere, smoke and special effects. It's amazing what it takes to make something like this. But it was. I think it came out amazing.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and play this video. If I remember what this is it. All right. Let me switch over. Here we go, guys. No, I can't put it on Skype. Okay.
The most precious substance among dwarven smiths, able to absorb the very spirit of the craftsman. Thus infused, it becomes nearly indestructible. Able to forge heirlooms that will last for generations. Pure dwarvenite. Now you can get your hands on this legendary substance with the new Dungeon of Doom. Available now only on Kickstarter.
Oh man, that was sweet. That was baller.
Baller.
Was that? I gotta ask. Was that my man Liam?
It was.
Oh my god, I love Liam. Liam's my favorite voice actor.
Yeah, Liam O'Brien is a friend of the Forge. He lent us his voice talent. Our actor is this guy Brett Azar, who is his claim to fame was he was Arnold Schwarzenegger's body in the last Terminator movie. He played 1980s Arnold Schwarzenegger. They composited.
Oh yeah, I saw the behind the scenes for that. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's that guy. He's pretty big.
It's like we had Arnold.
This is Dollar Store Arnold.
Yeah.
Well, he had to do dialogue, so he was naked, except he had a sock on his junk. He's naked, and he had to do dialogue with Arnie naked.
Yeah.
Impersonation.
I thought you were talking about in the commercial because I'm like I didn't see that in the commercials. So that was something else you filmed.
No, he was wearing clothes in this and anything, but he was unafraid to like just strip down and hammer away on metal.
When you have a body like that, do you really care who sees
Yeah,
it?
Hot metal.
It's like, look, I am perfect.
We have Tom Ward is a friend of the Forge, is a blacksmith, super talented guy, and so he gave Brett the actor some smithing lessons, and actually he forged the metal that you see that he's hammering.
And that he's dipping into
He pre-forged those things, so he had stuff to hammer on. And then he was our stunt hands. He would bring the hot metal over from the blast furnace over to the anvil. We had this thing we would heat up like, I don't know, 2,000 degrees in like a minute.
He was almost going to be the blacksmith too, but when you have Arnold's stunt double, how you do it.
Close second. He had a beard though, Tom. Yeah.
And there's
anyway, cool aesthetics on him. Guy that does makeup for
a lot of people involved in this.
We're calling a lot of favors.
I gotta say, next time you need voice acting, if you don't want to pay Liam's rate, I do a really mean Liam knockoff. Yeah. It's like the only it's my only villain voice for D&D is my Liam.
Now we have to hear it. Okay.
Wait.
Yes. Little beer first, and then.
Imprisoned for 10,000 years, banished from my own homeland, and now you dare enter my realm. You are not prepared.
That's my Liam O'Brien.
That's not bad.
You're not as angry.
You know,
No.
If you were like DMing right now, and you said that to me, and I was playing in your game, I would totally be in it. I would be like, "Oh my god, I
We're in
believe it."
trouble.
It's the only villain voice I have, really.
After that, I would be like, "Yeah, it's on. It is on."
When you come play D&D
You know?
with us, you can play
Yeah.
Illidan Stormrage.
Oh my god, yes.
I have to talk in that voice the whole game.
Non-stop, even
Yeah.
out of game.
My friend Brad Wodo, who's another streamer, he does another Liam O'Brien impression. So every time we talk to each other, we just do that back and forth.
Land of a Thousand Liams.
So after that amazing commercial, which by the way, a bunch of people were saying no, don't show it because now we'll just want to buy more. It's a good problem to have. I think we're why don't we swing things over, do some Q&A, take some topics and stuff from the viewers because we got a bunch of people here. Let me just tweet out about this. If you guys are just joining us, by the way, thank you so much for hanging out. You guys, welcome to the Dark Lorax. Thank you for following and welcome to the madness. You guys are watching Fuzzy Dice, the Dungeon Master show here on the Exploding Dice channel. What's going to happen in just a second, as Dice Thulu will tell you, is we're going to be taking your questions, topics, anything you guys want us to discuss, opine about. If you have questions about, DMing in general or role-playing games, or you just want to ask our illustrious guests some questions about the inside the actor studio on Dwarven Forge, anything you want to know, that's what we are here for. So remember to tag at Exploding Dice in chat, or put question in big letters so I don't miss them. And I'm just going to tweet about this. But you guys are you guys ready? You guys prepared? All right. Taking.
We rolled like a 20 on initiative.
Yeah.
Oh my god, better than me.
We can't see anything though. Are you going to tell us the question?
Oh yeah, no. I'm just gonna assume that you guys know already. You should have gotten the document that I sent you. It's
the document. Wait, you didn't see the memo? I get the memo.
No, he didn't get the memo. Is he serious?
No,
Oh.
it's nice. It's a joke.
Bad Dungeon Master.
all right. There we go. Tweet is out, so remember, guys, just tag at Exploding Dice so I can see your questions, and then we will try and get to all of them. Let me pause this for a second. Question, Hammer Dan says, give some beans on the Bestiary Bonanza?
No, Bestial Bonanza.
What?
Hey, Hammer Dan must be hammered. Huh?
Bonanza.
Well, should we talk about Hammer Dan for a sec?
Do you have a story about Hammer Dan?
It's tables. He makes hammered tables.
Hammer
Oh!
Dan table.
Oh!
He's
We
a friend of the
play
court.
on one of his tables.
Oh, well, in that case, if you're looking for someone to send a table to, I have this fine space right here that is just so empty.
And they're modular.
Yeah, and he's a good dude.
And at Gen Con, we're going to play on one of his tables for a charity game. At Gen Con, Nate's going to DM, Jim Kelleher is going to DM, I'm going to DM. 3 days for
It's a
children's
Ooh,
education.
that's awesome.
3 days. I've never known. We've never played. I've never DM'd a game at Gen Con.
It's my first time DMing at Gen Con.
It's gonna be a huge, what he has, a 10 or a 12-foot table
Lucas
full
Oil
of
Football Stadium.
crazy-
No less.
It's gonna
In
be wild.
Lucas Oil Stadium, where the football team plays. That's going to be filled with Gen Con gaming.
Is that do you know what time that is? Because I'm gonna go stop by there.
It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It's a trilogy. Really?
You could play in all 3 games, but it's all sold out.
I don't know when they are, but
you can come and watch.
it's on the website somewhere.
I'll check it out. Because
Yeah.
No, it's like 12 to 6,
I think Saturday is 12 to 6, Sunday is 12 to 4, and Friday is who knows when.
12 to 4.
Yeah. It might be starting at noon every day. High noon.
High noon. High noon action every day, giving out,
Yeah.
things, treasures.
I will definitely. I'm gonna be DMing every day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday over in the Kobold Press area, and I will. I have no plans after that, so I might just swing by and say hi to you guys.
You said kobolds.
Yes, Kobold.
Kobolds. We love kobolds.
They're really adorable.
They are, and Kobold Press is one of the best. I think they're like the best third-party publisher on the market right now.
Be awesome.
Those guys have
agree.
always been great.
They are.
They also, good party guys. They like to drink.
Oh well, then I am looking forward to going out with it there with them.
And at least back in the day,
You've gotten drunk with Wolfgang?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes. Sure.
Yes.
Back to
they all blur together to me. All the publishers and all of that, because we get so drunk that I don't remember, except that I know we had a great time.
I love it.
Then you wake up and your thought in your head is you wake up the next day, you're like, Kobold.
I was on a quest to kill kobolds? What?
Kobold.
So back to the question at hand.
The Bestiary Bonanza.
Bonanza. So we've been doing the stretch goals in this Kickstarter are different than we've done them previously. We have stretch goals. Each one's for a different encounter. We have 15 encounters that we're offering. You can buy any combination of them, and if you buy that encounter, you get the stretch goals that are in it. So normally we do one stretch goal per encounter. We have certain milestones, like $1 million, $2 million, etc. We have Bonanza stretch goals, where we get stuff to a bunch of the different encounters.
He says
So
Bonanza. I say
it sounds
Bonanza.
fancy. Bonanza is the correct one. Bonanza sounds like it's classy,
Bonanza.
right? It's especially the Bonanza, my friend.
We need a hot spokesman,
Yeah.
gamer girl to come in and say, "It's Bonanza, a Bonanza."
It's a relative of Bonanza. So the Beastal Bonanza is $2 million. We are going to unleash a number of beasts into the encounters.
Bring on the beasties!
Including a mystery beast.
Bring in
That the
the
backers,
mystery
we're going to
beast.
let the backers vote on what one of the beasts is.
It's a mystery.
I vote
What it's gonna be.
I vote Atyug because that's my favorite monster.
I love
love the
Atioks.
Yes! They need more love!
In Valoria, in the sewers, they
Well, let's
eat
put that on
the shit.
They do, and they're awesome.
so to
There's
speak.
rooms of Atyugs mined by ratmen, and they're kept in line by ratmen and sewer wardens. They're there. They like working there because to them it's like a big
It's food.
buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
it's
so they're they're
Everybody
not
wins.
slaves. or
the
anything.
biggest crime.
I don't know if they're paid, but they do work for the city.
The biggest crime.
Sometimes one of them runs amok, and
Whatever.
But yeah,
The biggest crime that 5th edition committed was taking away Atyug's common language. They used to speak common, and now they don't anymore. And that is, I will never forgive that.
Well, you can give it back to them.
I know, but come on, you took it away in their engine. The best part of them was the fact that you saw this giant shit monster with tentacles and just a mouth, and then it spoke to you, and you're like, I don't know how to feel anymore.
what would they say? That's the question.
Oh, I've had conversations as Atyugs. I've used them in my games. They've had conversations. They've been quality people.
The consistency of late isn't as good anymore.
It's been too watery for my taste.
My wife is watching.
I don't know what they're eating up there, but
It's no good down
it's
here.
not as good as it used to be.
Oh Lord, Rickmo43 says, when can we expect a desert campaign expansion for Dwarven Forge?
Yeah, go to the beach and get some sand.
Just the same tiles but covered in sand.
Well, we haven't. That sounds like an outdoor add-on. And
adventured outdoors.
we
Some
haven't
pyramids?
Really tackled outdoor yet.
Just the mountains, the Aranthor Mountains.
That Arendor is just a little testing of the water, maybe.
Tip of the mountain, as it were.
You could
We
do some
could,
sandstone like
outdoors.
dungeons.
But who knows what's happening next year? Who knows? Only the Shadow knows.
The shadow. The shadow.
The Shadow knows. We don't know. outdoor, that could be, yeah, I could see sand dunes and things like that one day.
Oasis.
I think it'd be awesome. Just
the Mithras, there are desert regions,
Deserts
there are ice
everywhere.
regions. There's all kinds of outdoor terrain we could do.
yeah, you could definitely do some like some sandstone like pyramid tomb kind of things.
There's a lot of desert stuff you could do if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
If you were so inclined.
The backers wanted it.
What are the backers?
You gotta listen to the backers and what they want.
Oh man. Well, right now, Paul Stone says, "Can we get a sneak peek at Stefan's old cardboard tiles on his Instagram feed?"
I don't even know where it is. Where? What happened to it?
It was around here somewhere.
It's around here.
Well, it was in the old office. It was sitting in the middle of.
Oh my god! I hope it's not crushed.
Took it home.
Oh, okay. There were rats in the office, and I didn't want the rats to nibble it to eat it.
They're nibblers.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad Lovecraft sequel. The Rats in the Office.
There are rats in the walls here.
Is my favorite book.
We were chasing rats with brooms a few times in here.
To drive them back.
Yeah.
The hordes, they come. Ski Twitch says, "Will we see more DF paints? Need more colors."
Well,
What
we shall see. I mean, if people keep buying them and asking for them, it's possible. We could always.
They're quite a deal.
We
They're
have
very
enough colors now that you can mix. We have the primary colors, I believe. No. Oh, Nina's shaking her head. No.
No.
good. We need a better
so,
blue.
Like me, she's a painter.
We need a better
We
red.
could use maybe an ultramarine blue,
I dream of purple. I want a beautiful
a red and blue. We could use. I would love to come out with that.
and a royal purple for me.
These are really
Green.
nice paintings. You could paint paintings with them. That's how nice they're. Artist grade.
Yeah.
You know.
You could use them in SVA.
Yeah.
if you're going there, I haven't been there in a long time.
They're light fast, and they're formulated by very good art
Good
company.
viscosity.
You know, we actually work with them to make sure that they are okay on dwarvenite, and but the company we work with is one of the best artist grade companies of making acrylic colors for artists.
Boom.
Yeah.
What else do you need?
Because we're artists and we care.
We do care.
I wouldn't put my family name on paint if I didn't think it was fantastic. So, Pokorny paints, my friends. Pokorny paints.
I was your family's name is Dwarven Forge?
Yes.
No,
Last name Forge. First name Dwarven.
Pokorny paints.
Stefan Pokorny. If you watch the Dwarvenaut, you'll learn all about the long legacy.
Yes,
Ooh.
perhaps he
Oh
has
my
not
God.
seen. He has not seen the Pokorny paints.
Oh shit!
Bottles.
Yeah.
How much would you think you'd pay for a bottle like that?
Is that like water-based acrylic model paint, or is it like normal acrylic? That's a
Modeling. Look at the beautiful spout.
that's a big old bottle.
Yeah.
This is a.
How much do you think you'd pay for a
It's
bottle like that?
4 ounce.
Well-
4 ounce, not a half ounce,
So
not 1 ounce, but 4 glorious ounces.
I just got these army painter ones, which I'm not crazy about. They haven't been working the way I like. This is
That's
point.
quarter the size of this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is a tiny little thing.
And how much did that cost you?
I paid about $70 for a set of like 50 of these.
Oh, so that's pretty good. So there's
It's all right.
You
5
got
a
the
piece or
bulk
something.
discount. Okay.
Yeah, so it was a big set.
It's like $8 for this or something.
These are artist grade.
I think they're like $8 a
4
bottle.
glorious ounces.
It's a lot of paint. If you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
models, that'll last you.
paint.
That'll last you the rest of your life.
Bottles to paint,
Yeah.
you know, yards and yards of terrain.
I remember the Citadel paints being about the same size as this and being like $3 each. So
Yeah,
Some of the Partha paints.
it's a great
Ralph
deal.
Partha had their paints back in.
oh yeah.
It's a great deal. And that was like half ounce.
Yeah, they were small.
Half ounce. $3 for a half ounce would equal. Yeah, I'm bad at math.
It's a lot of money. Citadel was always overpriced though.
It'd be $24
Mm.
instead of $8. Right?
So, since we're talking about that, the Rift person says, is there any type of dungeon tiles that you would like to make, but is logistically or visually difficult to make it look right?
Like, what's impossible to physically make?
I can't think of anything. Whatever we dream up, we can make it.
Yeah.
What about, like...
stuff in Vanta Black? That guy owns it.
Vanta Black.
We're undaunted,
my
black.
Friend. We are undaunted.
They'll take on any challenge.
Figure out how to make it.
I mean, if it required like non-Euclidean geometry or something, we'd really be in trouble. Or like
if it required the sacrifice of virgins, for instance, we could do it.
You know what? Those are some pretty advanced sculpting techniques, though.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
takes a while to learn those, but once you get them down, they're
to work with demons. Yeah.
One day.
There, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
One day you will find the one thing that you need to make a bargain with some kind of entity.
Sold our souls, so you know.
Nothing left to make a deal with.
That's right. I get as much, you know. I get
10% of my soul.
Yeah, the soul's already been sold, so
it's resold on eBay.
They're
Like
passing it around from
Can-
demon to demon. They're passing it around.
The village bicycle of souls.
They're trading my soul from demon to demon as we speak. It goes up and down in value depending on the Kickstarter.
It's like the stock soul market.
He's doing pretty good. I want, you know,
Just wash it off and sell it again. It's fine.
for that soul.
So interesting. So any dwarven, any tile, any terrain that you guys can dream up might be possible.
We could crack.
Not might. It is possible.
If we want to do something, we could figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I've got a crack team here of miniaturists. The best.
Large miniaturists.
They're full size.
Yeah, they're not
But-
miniatures.
They're
Large.
yeah.
They're not miniaturists.
No,
We can do it. We're not miniature.
we can do it. Give us a challenge, we'll do it.
We're not miniature.
As long as backers will show up for it.
Yeah.
We have
No,
this dwarven
it's like-
army behind us.
I need this one thing for my game. Can you craft this one this one room for me?
Yeah. Well, what?
No, that's the one that you wouldn't like if someone came to you with like one room. Like I need what would be cool? Like I need the inside of a giant or a dragon's stomach.
Yeah,
Sure.
we could do that. You know.
I-
Just
Rib cage,
You know.
like going around. And
go to the butcher shop and
Just prop it up with wires.
some intestines and things like that, and you'll get, you know, tell, hey man, we need this for research, and
sculpted in silicone, so it's got like
Nina
this,
could sculpt it, I'm
got
sure.
life to it.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
she's nodding her head over there. She's like, okay. Then we get to eat it afterwards. Yeah.
Tripe.
I did paint a steak once for a butcher.
Wait, you painted on the steak?
Gave me a 2-inch thick porterhouse steak. I painted it. I painted a still life of it. I ate it. I cooked it. I ate it, and then I brought him the painting. It's hanging in the butcher shop.
I thought you said you bought the steak and then you painted on the steak.
Yeah, it sounded like
That's where that story was going. The butcher's like, "Hey, I got this meat, but you know what it needs? It needs color. Can you help me out?"
The appearance is a big part of the
lethal.
appeal of food. Has to look right. What did you do with the painting of the steak?
It's hanging in the butcher shop in Manhattan.
You just got like a slice of the steak.
It's just this one particular steak. It's a really good steak.
You got a good deal there.
I painted that steak.
Yes.
Make no mistake.
Oh, I'm hurting. I'm
I
hurting.
used to do a lot of bartering as an artist with paintings and things like that. Now I barter with Dwarvenite. I have,
Dwarvenite's precious.
several possibilities of barter.
Pure
I'm telling you, when the
Dwarvenite.
grid goes down, I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
I won't.
No.
No, you are, because you're a LARPer.
Yeah, American. If if dudes in rubber masks come out and start attacking me, I'll be okay.
He has a lot of training.
I
He's
definitely-
been
And they're
before,
like,
but
nope, I touched you, I saw it, I that was a hit.
No, you see, the thing is, you don't argue with people about hits. The way to win that argument every time is just keep hitting them
Keep
until
hitting
they can't cheat anymore.
That's right.
You hit them so much that you can't cheat your way out.
they after a while they're
You
like,
just submit
no,
them
that
with a-
wasn't really a hit. Ow!
Yeah, there's
That
just-
was no.
You
How
just
no,
keep
you
hitting
didn't.
them.
Ow!
Just keep hitting them.
So you're like, okay.
Just relentless, merciless.
Yes, he did that to me. So I know in Austin.
You're promoting the movie, The Dwarvenaut. Have you heard of it?
I was really impressed by his sword play. You know,
You
where
should
get
see
in
me in like a real fight with like
He's a-
hundreds of
he's a-
people. Like we're
years.
Are
of
you on some like Aragorn shit?
I'm a bit of a battlefield commander. I can
Okay.
hold my own. I keep a good group together and.
He's got like a SWAT team of LARPers. Wow.
We have some grizzled
And
old
it's
veterans
like
who've been playing with
They
a lot of these
just
guys.
destroy, they annihilate the
problem is
the
we're all
orcs.
getting a little older and slower, and so these 22-year-old kids and stuff.
Uh-oh.
They can outpace us, but we can out experience them. Like we
Grizzled veterans.
slow and steady and tight tactics.
There you go.
We've been fighting together for 20 years. You can take on anyone.
You gotta set traps and things like that.
Sword to board, shoulder to
Snares.
shoulder.
I think LARP is like Dwarven Forge for me, where if I ever found an excuse to start spending like money on it, I probably wouldn't know where to stop.
You would, there's no end. And then you start just building stuff. You start foam smithing in your basement, and
Yeah.
it's like it never ends.
Get the Zaltar's game room. It's
I already told you, I already backed it, man. I'm in.
What are you pledging for?
Whatever was like the one room kind of. I don't have that money. I'm broke. I got very little to spend, but I wasn't even gonna use it for me, because I have very little use for in-person stuff anymore. But I was gonna give it away to people.
whom?
I don't know, to someone who wins the giveaway when it comes.
Oh, we should give you some extra stuff to give away.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. You think
I-
you're broke now? Wait till next year. Oh, odds.
I got hit with the giveaway bug, and shipping has killed me, man. It's just
Heavy.
I made the mistake of trying to ship something to England.
Oh,
Wow.
Mm-mm.
For an ocean.
I'm pretty sure it's still stuck in customs. It's like 3 months later.
well, that's why that's one of the hardest things about Dwarven Forge. The shipping
Mm.
is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Especially internationally,
Oh yeah.
and it's harder. People
It's
don't
big
understand.
and heavy.
It's big. It's
Big
heavy.
and heavy.
It's
All the things they
everything's
don't
working
like.
against us. And it's expensive. So for VAT and stuff, declaring the value, it's like it's got 3 strikes against
It
it.
really has everything against it,
It really
going against it.
Yeah.
We need a European distributor.
We are working on
That's what
something,
we need.
but
Amazon, man. Let Amazon buy up your company like they're doing with everything else.
oh, well,
They can get it done.
$50 million.
Put in a good word with them.
I will send them an email right now. Jeff Bezos, is that or is that Google?
Each.
50, yeah. 50.
Since we're on the topic of questions, Shadzar says, question, will Dwarven Forge sponsor Exploding Dice with some of its paints to show off on painting streams, Kappa?
Oh, that's not a crazy idea.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say it. That came from Shadzar, not me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means, but
Yeah, it's
okay.
he's doing Miniature Mondays, really painting miniatures
Miniature
on.
Monday.
And so we
It's
could,
the Monday is small.
That
Yeah.
sounds
It's a
very
small Monday.
catchy.
yeah.
It
Miniature
was-
Mondays.
was-
That's a great idea. So
It was Map Mondays actually when I was making maps in because I make maps in Photoshop and I couldn't keep up with them, and so I just decided to make it Creative Monday where I just draw and make emotes and stuff. And now I think we're gonna do Miniature Mondays because I like painting.
Yeah.
getting-
Then you can get through that pile of unpainted minis you have to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Which is gonna be growing because I'm just not gonna stop ordering them now.
Yeah. The disease. I'm stricken. Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, paint's a good idea. Put it on your tab.
Yes, we'll start with tab.
And then I'll fake my own death. So the debt just goes nowhere. All right, more questions. There we go, guys. Remember to submit your questions if you haven't. Carton Box Gaming says, question, some of the older pieces, like the Kickstarter 1 game tiles, have a scale problem with walls taking up half of the joining floor tiles. Has this been fixed with the newer sets? I love my Dwarven Forge terrain, but the walls overlapping the spaces drives me nuts.
If that drives you nuts, we do have a solution.
We have a solution.
Right? We have a new type of wall.
We don't have them right here.
We have ways now to create full-inch square rooms and passageways.
They're walls that stand on the outside of, and they have a little plastic tab that slides under the floors, and you can make rooms with full squares in any shape. You can rebuild the Tomb of Horrors to your delight.
Very good for copying modules, that kind of thing.
They're fun.
Yeah.
And they work really nicely with our new terrain trays. We have these metal trays with everything's upstairs. We should have brought stuff.
Everyone left.
But
we're the only ones left in the office.
If you've got a magnet on your piece, we've got magnetic anchors on the bottom and the metal trays. You put them on there and you slide the stuff under, and it holds them down really nicely.
Man.
Yeah. So we have a solution for that.
Sweet.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, and it looks like we were talking about that in chat. But yes, I guess he was talking about the half tile walls that were going on in the past.
Yeah. We still have tons of those, though. Don't worry. We got
There
you go. This is.
The half tile walls. Yeah.
Just,
but here's one.
Doesn't bother me.
And one thing that a lot of people do is you don't count these last squares by the wall, and that's room to put in some dressing, or for all these minis are getting so big now, right? They used to be 25 millimeters, now they're like 35 millimeters. They're like
your sword,
you
just don't count that square and use that as a square where you can hover your mace or your
giant weapons that are bigger.
Yeah, I guess more room in a like a dungeon is never a bad thing, right?
Yeah. The other nice thing about our new outside standing, these passage walls, is you can, if your minis are too big, you can just pop the wall off and the floor stays there, so you can get access to them. And if you've got that guy with that weird, awkward, two-hander or whatever.
In 35 years of playing, I mean, I never had a situation where, oh my God, what are they against the wall? Where's my square at? That's never happened to me ever.
You're a DM. That's your job.
Usually,
make a judgment call.
The monster comes into the room, usually the middle of the room, and everyone surrounds the monster. Like,
beats it down.
We're never on the edge of the room anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe the thief is skulking around.
But you're also you're not playing like Pathfinder or like
even if
you're playing first edition.
What's the big deal?
Well, it's very, very specific tactical movement in 3.
I don't know. I mean, I get the concept of like the half tile on the wall. Like it's if you just count as where that half tile starts, like that's where the wall would have been anyway. It doesn't really nothing really changes.
There's ways around it. You just make a house rule. That's it.
There's always a way.
It's not a big deal.
Yes. Well, you're welcome, Carton Box Gaming. He's really excited to hear about that, the magnet stuff and all that.
Check out the Kickstarter. Look for passage walls. We have 2 add-ons for them. Plus, you can get Doom Roller's Labyrinth is loaded. Encounter number 11 is loaded with those walls. Plus a evil sentient boulder that'll chase you down in a boulder ramp.
Oh, I love the Indiana Jones boulder.
Well, this one, it's not that we don't have the painted one down here, but it's
a prototype.
It's demon.
A little bit over. There you go. There it is.
Prototype. Naked prototype.
I love it. Remember, guys, keep your questions coming at Exploding Dice, or just tag question in it so I see it.
Keep PG. Keep PG.
Keep it. Yeah, nothing crazy personal. We don't want to. Well, I mean, you can get a little bit personal. I always tell people, I'm like, even the weirdly personal questions, but no one ever does. What? Are we frozen?
Hello?
Yeah, we just had a Skype hiccup. We're all right.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
Everything went frozen for a second.
The last live stream we did.
Just ended abruptly.
We just lost our feed at the that was it.
That was actually, I just replaced my my wireless adapter over there on my computer because before, like, I was trying to stream and it just kept dropping, and then eventually it was just like, nope, I'm done. My internet's gone, and so I'm like, all right, we can't do this anymore.
Though, right? We're like streaming wirelessly right now.
Yeah.
Out in the world, like we're so spoiled that we even have this at all. We complain about slow speeds and this, but it's like it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
People complain about airplanes. You know?
People complain about.
You go from one side of this country to the other side of this country in a matter of hours without having to eat anybody.
I mean, sometimes you have to.
Jesus.
I mean, I've been on a couple planes where, like, you know what? That guy, he's not making it off. I just gotta.
Not enough. Let's eat him.
What's the story with your ink?
Oh, the tattoos? Not much of a story. I wanted to get a sleeve for a while, so I drew a whole bunch of stuff. There's a demon girl here, and it's hard to see, but there's a dude in a robe right here. There's my own hands that I copied over here, and then there's, I don't know if you could see that, there's a deer. It's a deer, yeah, kind of stag kind of thing. It's just it's not done. You know what? I actually started this. You might know the place. It's not far from you guys. My tattoo shop is 8 of Swords in Brooklyn.
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, it's this really cool shop. The owner.
Here.
What's up?
Close to here.
It's not far. It's right by the subway stop, and the owner, Dave Wallen, is a big D&D guy. And so every time I go in and sit down, he's a DM also, and so me and him just talk about, like, what's going on in our campaigns and how he's planning on killing his players next, and, you know, it's just a blast. I haven't been back there in a long time because I've been too broke, but I'm hoping to get back there soon, finish this up.
Well, this Stormforge Kickstarter isn't going to help you there.
No, it's just too much. I can't. There's a lot of things eating up my money right now, so I haven't been back.
If I had kids, that would really good.
I'm trying not to. not for a while. Oh Lord.
How did you draw your own hands?
What's up?
How did you draw your own hands?
It's like I just kind of went like this and just drew, and then, you know.
But then the other hand,
It's you could flip it in Photoshop.
Oh, it's cheating. That's not the wrong hand now. You just permanently tattooed your left hand twice on your arm.
No, when you're an illustrator, you learn little tricks like how to change the line so it looks slightly different.
But it's not your right hand.
I can't draw my right hand because I can't hold the pen with my left hand. I don't know.
That was my question. I was like, how do you draw your other hand? That's the.
I'm not ambidextrous. No, I actually there was a lot more to this, but it's all like in a Photoshop document somewhere. Are you good, Steve? Stefan?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I had to take a leak.
Okay.
I had to battle the lizard.
I had to wrestle an Otyugh by the bathroom.
This is actually, we have a couple more questions here, and I want to get through them. Dark Lorax has been hanging out with us. He says, do you have any ideas or recommendations for using Dwarven Forge for live stream games? I'm trying to capture the mini experience over online as I've fallen in love with it.
I have an idea, but it's probably expensive. So, if you had a video switcher, and you had a second feed that was a GoPro camera, or actually you could probably just take any webcam, right? Just take a second webcam and have it down at miniature size view. It'd be really cool to stream it down, in the dungeon, right? You're down there with the minis, and you're down at this level, and you could sort of experience the thing, and then cut back to your live cam with your players and whatever.
Wait a minute. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you...
I'll take it back. That's a bad idea.
Don't do that. It's copyrighted.
All of our trade secrets.
I don't have any other ideas.
Live stream.
Right.
We're gonna do the live stream that's gonna blow everyone away. You didn't hear that.
And there'll be a rap song to open it.
You didn't hear that. No.
So what we don't suggest is putting a camera on your Dwarven Forge. What we do suggest is not doing that, and instead, magic sometimes works. If you've never tried magic, I highly suggest it.
How about just an direct overhead camera?
Like a bird's eye camera?
Direct. Yeah.
If you have a studio, like if you have any kind of studio space, even if it's just like a bedroom set up as a studio.
More secrets?
I didn't think that would be that exciting.
Come on, man. Come on.
All right, I'll give no more ideas.
We legally we can't talk about any. We can't answer this question at all.
No more of those questions. Jesus.
There's a lot of questions.
I know we've been drinking, but come on.
Trade secrets, guys.
Give away all our magic.
You have the DM. Oh no.
The DM vision.
Done. All right.
We don't know anything.
If you have never watched it, both Critical Role and my friends over at Saving Throw Show both do in-person streams, and I mean they have a lot of money in studio space and setup, but it is certainly a template to follow that you can probably emulate with like a second camera or something like that. So yeah, I mean there's plenty of in-person game streams that you can check out and ask. Exploding Dice, we missed the patron game kickstarting backing option.
The patron game.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh boy.
we're I don't know. There are some options that might pop up.
I will pay you $5.
Very exotic.
$5. That's all I have in my pocket right now.
You need more than that, my friend.
Fuck.
Stefan is formulating a plan. It's bigger than ever before. It's a little crazy, maybe too crazy.
It might be too crazy to enact.
I don't think we can even talk about it, but
it's top secret.
Next level.
Top secret.
Like insane an experience.
Oh.
It's going to work out, but it would be really cool.
It would be once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Is it life-size Dwarven Forge?
That would be also cool.
Wow. No.
Or to shrink the players down so they can just wander through the
No.
Honey, I Shrunk the Dungeon. No, the players.
Why wasn't that your tagline?
Yeah.
If you guys did like combine live action roleplay with Dwarven Forge, I believe, I have faith. I believe it could happen.
That would be kind of cool.
I'm not sure if I want to put swords in the hands of our backers and
Well,
of them, and
No, they go easy.
you could do a Highlander thing.
You don't bite the hand that feeds.
About that add-on set, Stefano.
My wallet.
Outdooming me, and this is for the money you took for my kids' college savings. You Scalegate and I'm sorry. Was that? Yeah. I don't know about that.
Don't spend your kids' college funds.
Yeah, I will always do battle.
Yes.
I
will
relish.
stand behind Nate and
I will protect you.
look on.
My lord, I will protect you. Stand behind
Be
me.
like, get that one.
Yeah.
Get that one.
Reality Storm says next Kickstarter Dwarven Forge tiles with tiny GoPros.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do it.
We can build it into a tile.
Yeah. The camera tile.
Our stuff isn't expensive enough. Let's just build
tiny cameras.
Let's just go all out and I don't know.
If they can put it in a phone, they can put it in a tile.
Sure.
Let's see what else here. What else? So I guess I have. We have a couple more. Let me do this. Exclamation point fuzzy. Get a couple more questions in. While we're waiting for that, I will probably. I want to know. So, oh no. Are you guys prepared? No.
Not prepared.
Not prepared. But
So-
go ahead.
I wanted to, I kind of wanted to talk about, I mean, Stefan was like, as far as I could tell, was out in LA getting the celebrity treatment recently. Like, were you, were you indoctrinated into the secret underground celebrity D&D cult out in LA?
No, I wasn't in LA.
Was it Seattle?
I was at KublaCon in San Francisco.
All I know is I remember a lot of pictures of
Baby, I'm on
She
live
calls every
stream.
time it's on a
I'm on a live stream, baby. I can't talk right now. I'm on a live stream. All right, baby.
Stefan is friends with a lot of
Okay, baby.
high-profile people in the gaming industry.
Bye.
He kind of knows everybody because he goes to all the conventions and is the fun guy to hang out with. So everybody wants to get him in the loop.
all I know is I saw some.
If you want to invite me, I'll fly right over there.
What did you see?
I saw some crazy pictures from some cool game rooms out in those in California or Seattle. I don't remember exactly, but all I know is my theory is that there's a secret underground celebrity D&D cult that no one talks about.
I want to be in that cult.
Well, you mean running a private game?
I mean, the one we don't talk about.
Run a private game. Yes, I
Are you allowed to talk about it?
I can't talk about who or where or what, and not sure if it ever really happened, but
It happened.
yeah,
Saw
you
pictures.
know,
Someone was there with a camera.
there are times when I might go and run a game.
In a secret
Not
location.
at a convention,
Secret location.
yeah.
Secret
But you
game.
have to, it's a private enterprise. It's not,
No.
Private enterprise.
yes. Not to be talked about. Yeah.
Like I said, I know a bunch of people, and there are some people that deny it exists, but some people say it's real. The celebrity
What happens in the cult?
in the celebrity D&D cabal. I don't know. Like, I assume they get together in like this really secret underground location, and they play D&D away from like the paparazzi and everything. I don't know.
So, like, how high profile do you think? Like, is Brad Pitt in it, or like Johnny Depp?
Well, I know Vin Diesel is.
Oh, definitely in it.
He's like one of the grand.
The Grand Dragons.
Yeah, it's like that. Less than that. But no, but I know he's on Twitter recently, which gives me hope that one day he might be on this talk show. One day.
They don't happen. No.
They don't?
It's a myth.
It's a myth? Really?
Things don't happen.
He says as he looks wistfully into the distance.
Oh, your buddy Joe. You have a secret cult?
No, I don't. I don't know. No.
No, we can't even talk about
none
it.
of these
Top
things.
secret.
I was at KublaCon, San Francisco. Things like that.
Things like that. San Francisco.
I do a lot of flying around, that kind of thing.
I don't know that there may or may not be a guy named Joe who I really want to talk to one day. There may or may not be.
Oh,
Manticore.
Manganello, or I call him Manganiello. Manganiello. He's Italian, Manganiello, but he says Manganello, so but he's, he's a cool guy. No,
I know.
I'm not running any secret games for him or anything like that, but he did order some stuff, so he's using Dwarvenite, and he's very excited about it. He's a great guy. He came to our office. He came to gallery, and he was a very gracious, very nice guy. And he likes Dwarven Forge. He likes it.
Who doesn't?
He wants to make a Dungeons and Dragons kind of movie, I think. And he's
I heard.
He's a role player. He was telling me about his character, and he has a character, and I don't really know if I should be speaking for him, but he's a D&D player. He likes D&D. He likes RPGs. Woohoo! That's all I'm going to say. He's a cool guy. Most humble, coolest guy you could ever meet. And he's huge. He's like 6'6". He's like a frost giant. He's a frost giant. He's as big as that blacksmith in your video. Those two guys, imagine hanging out with those two guys together. It would be like the cast of Conan the Barbarian.
We'd be ready for the apocalypse. We'd be ready to go off the grid.
Unbelievable Hollywood A-list right there. Cool guy.
The amount of meat that we need to eat every day would be.
They would eat a lot.
It's just too much protein.
Brett eats 3 pounds of meat a day.
Yeah, great stuff. Hollywood people, I think, are getting into D&D, or
Well, to your point earlier,
it's a resurgence. I mean, everyone.
it's becoming accepted
no
now. It's
longer
okay.
a
Basement
taboo.
dweller.
It's no longer a taboo thing.
The troglodytes have come to the surface, and now
Who would imagine actors like role playing?
The best way I heard it phrased. The best way I ever heard it phrased was the fact that, us nerds have been saying this stuff is cool for decades, and people are just starting to realize, like, no, we're not lying about it. Like, it really is cool. Like, we wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't, right?
It's true.
I prefer to think of us as geeks as opposed to nerds.
I mean, tomato, potato.
Nerds.
Yeah. Geek is they're obsessively focused on a thing, right? Like,
I think geeks are like successful nerds.
Yeah.
Nerds are like.
Well, the nerd implies you're socially inept.
Yeah.
Right? You're a bit of a nerd.
I never really bought the dichotomy between the two labels. Like they both seem like two sides of the same coin to me.
They're interchangeable.
So we know which side of the coin this goes on. Hey.
You nerd.
Oh no! I've been found out.
Nerd.
It's like the nerd calling the geek. Wait.
Yeah. I don't know.
Something.
On your own thinking about it, really. Your own thoughts.
I think whether you call yourself a nerd or a geek, it is a good time to be one of those two things right now.
Cerebral age.
I'm a dungeon master. That's a DM.
I'm a storyteller.
I'm a DM like forever.
Keeper of the catacombs.
Yes.
Keeper of the catacombs.
I feel like you have to use it like a deeper, more gravitas voice when you say that. Like, I'm the keeper of the catacombs. Like, you can't say it with a smile on your face.
The keeper of the catacombs. You all die. The keeper. You need Matt Mercer for that, man.
Yeah.
I need Matt Mercer.
Just have him dub your lines.
Yes.
All your lines.
Just
one of those things where you put it in your throat, something like I'm
the keeper of the catacombs.
Make it really scary. Yeah.
I should. Oh man, that would be a cool prop to have for D&D though.
Yeah. Some sort of voice modulator.
Oh, you see,
the Matt Mercenator.
What the hell? Stop. No more. Jesus.
To make Mercenator. It makes
the Mercenator.
Mercenator.
Makes your voice sound like Matt Mercer.
Did you hear he recorded a sound pack for Sirenscape with a couple of his NPCs from Critical Role, or he just did like a bunch of voice lines. So if you ever want to use any of his NPCs, you just press a button and he says a line. The only reason is like I could never use those because as soon as I press the button, people are like, what? Why is that character I know? Why is it here?
What an amazing age we live in that this is happening.
We're living in a great time where
this is the dream.
There's so much D&D stuff out there you can utilize, and
technology
and
flowing free.
Stuff that we never had when we were kids, man.
No.
We just had our imaginations.
It was hard just to get the polyhedral dice.
And Legos and pencils.
Oh, I love Lego.
Yeah, graph paper and pencils, man. That's how I learned.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So we're coming up on 9:50. We just got a couple minutes left. I think that's probably going to be the,
Alright, it's do or die.
I guess it died.
Oh my god, it
You
froze.
said do or die, and that was it.
What? Did we freeze? I didn't freeze. I didn't freeze.
Oh,
I didn't freeze. You guys are crazy.
You're stuttering.
No.
Hello?
I think he's having an epileptic seizure.
Hello?
Oh no! What is going on here?
Hello?
Hi.
You rolled a 1.
Oh no!
Back. Okay.
I don't know why it's your fault. It's definitely hard. We have terrible internet here.
Yeah.
We made it out of Dwarvenite.
Every once in a while, a rat runs over the wire in the wall and shuts off.
You got to go back and retape it.
Yeah. They're
those rats.
They used to eat through our garbage cans. It was terrible.
New York rats don't mess around, you know.
Yeah. Cockroaches too, man. New York cockroaches don't fuck around. So
Cucaracha.
Since we're kind of coming up on the end of the show right here, I wanna give a big thanks to everyone in chat, you guys, for hanging out, for asking your questions, for sharing this, and of course, big shouts to my two friends here from Dwarven Forge. Before we kind of roll into the last minute, announcements, hooks, and plugs, do you guys want to do a quick recap? Tell everyone a little bit about. Plug the Kickstarter, tell them what you guys are up to right now, and where they can find all that cool stuff.
Kickstarter.
Yes.
The Dungeon of Doom.
The Dungeon of Doom on Kickstarter.
Dwarven Forge's Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
If you search on Kickstarter, we're Dungeon of Doom. It's the best. The best like $4,000 you can spend.
Check it out.
Yeah. Now there's affordable-ish options.
You can get
like $200. You can spend something.
$119 painted with magnets and LEDs and stretch goals, and the buy-in is what, $65 unpainted.
So maybe it's more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
The starter dungeon you can get for under $50.
Under $50.
Under $50.
So,
there are affordable options. You don't have to get the whole 14-foot table. You can get, encounters.
It's on Kickstarter, Dungeon of Doom. Although we're not on the Kick Track hot list. Go figure. Why does that? Why
I
are
don't
we not on the hot list?
understand why we're not up near the top.
Yeah, we're really hot in my mind.
Get that? We're
like
1.6 million is pretty hot to me. I don't.
Yeah. Look at our backers.
Maybe Kickstarter's like, it's these guys. We know what's going on. We know the story.
Maybe Zombicide was owning that slot for 2 weeks.
We're not even on the top 25
No, nobody
today.
knows who we are.
As soon as you dip down for like one day, they kick you to the curb.
They forget about you, man. They forget. They find someone new.
It's dog eat dog, man.
Yeah.
Like, wow, really?
Kobold eat kobold.
Oh Lord.
Fact.
Yeah, Dungeon of Doom. Get your cool dungeon pieces.
The temple, the Forgotten Temple.
Forsaken.
When the Forsaken Temple comes out, we will soar once again into the top 10.
Saturday,
I have no doubt.
Forsaken Temple.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Saturday, Forsaken Temple.
Well, the link is right there in chat for you guys. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. The Dungeon of Doom Kickstarter by Dwarven Forge. I already got a little bit, and of course we love Dwarven Forge so much. That's why we did our monthly Dwarven Forge giveaway last month, and a lot of fun, tons of people involved in that. So looking forward to getting my hands on some more tiles. But if you guys have not already, check that stuff out. And again, make sure you follow them on Twitter. It's just, I believe, at Dwarven Forge. You can go thank them for being here, especially. A big thank you guys for hanging out, for putting up with us, and for just getting wacky, talking to our fans, all that good stuff, man.
We like you fans.
Hey.
Been a fun ride.
Absolutely. Before we go, though, just a couple of last-minute announcements, guys. If you guys have not heard, we recently ended our season of Iron Gods, the first season, so there will be no game tomorrow. There might actually be something, but it'll probably be like an open call one-shot with some new cast members and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll play some Paranoia, some Everyone is John. Who knows? We'll do something fun, and then we will be back the week after that with Season 2 of Iron Gods. Of course, Mini Painting Mondays coming. If you guys have not already entered the giveaway, the link is right there. It's the Wormwood giveaway. All the details are on the Gleam site. Make sure you check it out. You can win some really, really cool Wormwood Gaming swag and some painted minis, some custom engraved stuff. Also, exclamation point merch for those awesome Dice Thule shirts. Last but not least, I wanted to announce that all of my games for Gen Con are sold out, so I'm looking forward. Yeah, I'm running The Stolen Road with Kobold Press. It's going to be an event-exclusive adventure, and it's the only table that you can play it at, so Kobold Press is amazing, and you guys, I am looking forward to playing with all of you guys at Gen Con.
They were being angry at me. They were like, "Oh my god, we did not drink with the Dwarvenaut. We did not drink with the Dwarvenaut."
I promise that we will have a beer together at Dwarven Forge at Gen Con.
Yes, it's all a big blur.
we will definitely find a minute to have a beer together. I promise.
cast the
Thank
spell
you for
of
having
fog
us.
over you.
Thank you.
Absolutely, guys.
Spell
Oh
of
my
fog.
God, there it is,
Spell of
the
fog.
magic.
Spell of fog.
That is well, again, a huge thanks to Stefan and Nate. These guys were a ton of fun. Make sure you show them in chat, show them some love, thank them for being here, guys. Check them out on Twitter, check them out on Kickstarter if you have not already. These guys are far too much fun to be legal.
That's true.
Should not be legal.
You're
not.
Very cool.
The smoke, it is overtaking. If this is your first time on the channel, guys, my name is Askren. I am your host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice, and I will see you tomorrow. But as the show is ending, as the smoke is overtaking us, we are gonna find someone to host. So let me open this window up. Shh, the smoke overtakes us as the atmosphere comes. We're gonna find someone to pass the love along to. Who is online right now? Whoa! Oh my God! And they vanished. I was not expecting that, but that is going to be it, guys. We're gonna pass the love on to someone. I did not expect the call to drop, but here it is, guys. Let's go give our love to Maze Arcana. Let's go to Maze Arcana because they're doing some stuff with some Wizards D&D. Thank you guys for hanging out in chat. Thank you everyone, all of you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. If you enjoyed the show, please hit that follow button right here. You can join us. We have a whole week worth of content for you guys and more coming in the future. If you really enjoyed the show, you can either support us with a donation or you can become a Game Wisp subscriber. Just click that subscribe banner down below. It's just $5 to become one of Dice Thulu's minions. You get access to all kinds of stuff that you can use in games. You get access to custom emotes, a Discord role, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much. I love it. I love it. Thank you for all the follows. We are going to pass the love on to Maze Arcana, where my friend Satine is currently DMing. And she's DMing a Fury's Reach game, so I think that is going to be a great place to go hang out. So exclamation point raid Maze Arcana. I thank you guys so much for joining us today. Hit that raid link. Show them some love. Maze Arcana. Let me copy this. I want you to hit that raid link. I want you to hit it hard. I want you to go to their channel and tell them where you are coming from with the Exploding Dice raid. As always, we will see you next time. Thank you for hanging out. And as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you because he gets very handsy when he does. I will see you tomorrow, guys, for video games and some impromptu streaming. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys.